What is up, guys? I'm back, and I'm in a good mood. Not just because I got to argue with somebody on Twitter today. That's not the only thing that puts me in a good mood. I'm in a good mood because I did some work to my studio. You might notice that is new. Where is it? Right there. That's a light switch. I put a new light up. My old light. This was dumb. There was two lights up there. One was a dumb little single light bulb on a pole chain. The other was, two fluorescent bulbs with the pole chain right next to each other. And one was powered by an outlet. So power came in here to a box, goes that way to power a light in the storage area. And then another conduit came out and there's an outlet. And the fluorescent light was plugged into that outlet. So dumb. So I got rid of all that. I got a new light from Menards. It's not on right now. Of course, I'm using the studio lighting, but it's a lot brighter than before, and it's on a switch now instead of a pull chain. So it took me all day. Some blood, some sweat, some tears, some questionable electrical work. And here we are. So if you're wondering, yes, eventually I am going to paint this wall. So that weird spot will go away. But it's a work in progress, man. Trying to turn this scary, gross basement into, a livable, a place that I actually enjoy being in. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, of course, is web development. Today, we're going to continue building my new website. If you saw my last video, I don't know if it's technically my last video because I haven't even uploaded that one yet, so who knows. But if you saw the first episode of this series, I built the hero section for my website, and that's it. And that was a bit of a struggle. I actually edited a lot of stuff out of that video for your benefit because you didn't need to see me do all that. This layout was more complicated than I actually thought it would be. I think the rest of the site won't be that bad. But yeah, I didn't think this was going to be that difficult, and it kind of was difficult, but I think I got there in the end. So let's take a look at what I've already done, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do in today's video. So here's what we got. I'm still trying to figure out what I want this to say. I want it to have my name, I think, because this is my H1. I think. If it's not, it's going to be. Yeah, that's my H1. I want it to have my name, but I don't want it to just have my name because that doesn't mean anything to anybody. I'm nobody, right? Telling Google, oh, this website is about James Welbus is like, cool, who cares? I want Google to know that this website is about a guy named James Welbus who works with WordPress. So I want WordPress to also be in the title. I just don't know. This is kind of cheesy. WordPress wizard, whatever. This is a working title. If you have an idea for what I should put here, let me know because I'm still trying to work on that. But I want it to have my name. I want it to have the word WordPress in it. Yeah. And then I kind of lied. I told you guys that on the next video, we would work on this header section. And then I just went ahead and did that off camera. Sorry. I will kind of walk you through how I did it. It's pretty simple, to be honest. Kind of. Part of it was it required a lot of Googling, trying to get this border effect going. Because this is what he had in the Figma, right? And I wasn't able to completely recreate that. And I'm okay with that because I'm not crazy about it. It looks like he basically put like a glow on the top left coming down and then a glow on the bottom right coming up. And so we got this sort of gap here in the border and this little gap here in the border. I'm not crazy about it. I actually like mine better. I wish this admin bar would go away. Seriously. I think I like mine better. I just feel like it looks a little more natural, like there's light coming in from the top left, shining down on it or something. I don't know. This took a lot of Googling, though, to get that border to work. AI failed me. I tried to steal it from the Figma, but you don't get much information there. There's an effect called Glass, and you can click on this, and I tried giving AI this information. I said, hey, I got a Figma thing, a glass effect, and here's the data, and it did not. It failed. It failed to recreate even remotely close to that. So I just went to Google and eventually I figured it out. And I like it. It doesn't really work yet. I mean, the home works. Projects takes you to a blank page. Which is odd because I thought I created that page. Oh, I probably haven't done this yet. Yeah. Yep. Takes you to a blank page. Just want to make sure it's actually working. These don't do anything yet. But it's a working menu and it works on mobile. Can't see it because of this admin bar again, I think. Yeah. So dumb. So dumb. But there you go. It's a working menu. It works. So how did I do that? Well, the Etch docs have a fully copy and paste navigation menu that you can use. It's under components, nav basic. So literally you just click this to copy the navigation, go to your templates. I created a header component with a slot, and inside the slot, I pasted the nav component right there. Just literally Control V, and then come back, grab the burger component in the same slot right next to the nav, Control V, paste that in there. And then you can edit these components. And I just edited the styling, right, to make it look the way I wanted. The default was like, it kind of looked like this, but it had a white background, no border radius, so it was just sharp corners. And it was a white background with black text. So obviously I changed it to dark background with white text to match my theme. And then I tried to do the Glass-morphism thingy, whatever, to it, which is all just styling stuff. So then that's how I made the menu. It's based on a loop. It comes with the loop when you copy the component and you paste it in your website. It creates this basic nav loop, and then you can just come in here and edit it. So, instead of about, we say, I don't know, services, right? We can save that, go check it out, and now it says services. So that's my menu. Sorry I didn't do that on camera. I have built menus on camera, so if you want, there's videos out there of me doing it, but it's pretty easy when you just copy and paste from the Etch documentation, and it's a very fully accessible menu. So that's my recommendation, is to just go to their docs, grab these two, drop them into your header. You technically don't have to put them in a slot. It's just, you can't really edit them that way because you can't edit components that are inside other components. You can if you put them in a slot. So that's why I put them in a slot. So that's it. That's my header. That's my nav. And isn't this nice? When you click on the content tab now, it defaults to pages. Since 90% of the time that's what you want to do is go look at a page. It used to default to like nothing, and you had to click on pages. Just a little quality of life improvement that the Etch team made recently. So I'm going to go back to my homepage, and we're just going to move on to the next section. I'm not going to build this thingy yet over here because I'm still brainstorming how I want that to work. Did I do that on this website? Yeah, I'm working on, I need to enable plugin real quick. Do I have it installed? I do. This is a little plugin I made for myself. You can tell me how silly you think this is, but it lets you enable a whole bunch of different JavaScript libraries. Font awesome. Oh, Font Awesome is already enabled, but I need to give it my hit URL, which is there already. What? What? Why was it not working then? Interesting. Well, anyways, I'm trying to work on maybe coming up with some kind of clever little hover effect. So when you hover over one of these things, it expands out. I don't know. Still playing around with that. This is going to bother me. I don't know why. It was working on my local instance. I don't know why that icon isn't showing up. Sources. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Font Awesome is actually being loaded, does it? What if I try to do it globally? See if that works. Nope. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Not for the purposes of this video. That's just an annoying thing that's going to be nagging at the back of my head pretty much this entire video until I fix it. Oh well. So because of that, like I said, I'm not going to build out that little menu thingy yet. I'm going to wait. So I'm going to move on to this section, which should take like 5 seconds, honestly. And then we might look at this section. Yeah, this will take some brainstorming. It's going to depend on some things. Also, he put this here, but I think I'll remove that because there's not more content to this. This makes it seem like it's some kind of carousel, and it's not. I don't think. Oh, there is another thing in there. Uh-oh. Okay. WordPress tutorial videos. Yeah, I do that. Okay. Okay. That's cool. We might use Swiper. Make ourselves a little carousel. Don't know if we'll get to that today. Let's build out this section. We're going to use content grid again, and it's going to go better than last time, hopefully, because it should be very, very simple. Actually, is this just in? Well, I don't even need content grid because this is just in our regular default content width, I think. So yeah, this is going to be, I mean, knock on wood, but this should literally take me like less than a minute. We drop in a section. We're going to call this section, see, specialized services for founders. Let's call it what I build. And we'll drop some text in there. And this text size is going to be the same as this. Same as those, it looks like. Let's look at the actual Figma. 64, 64, 48. This is a little smaller. 64. This is basically my H2, right? This design is not terrible for $300. You know, like I didn't pay much, so, but it's not my favorite design in the world. Whatever. Let's give this a class of H2. I can't copy text from there. Let's copy it from here. This is all AI generated text, so I'm probably going to change it at some point. Specialized services for founders. Derpy derp. Look at that. Now what font weight do we want to use? Do we get that information here? Just says medium. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but the font weights for this font are not even 100s. I've literally never seen that before. It's always been font weight 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. These are like 250, 275, light, it's not even a number, 325, 350. Anyways, I just think that's weird. I've never seen it. Maybe you guys are like, you really are the world's worst web developer if you didn't know that. Whatever. Let's see here. Just going to play around with the font weight. What does 325 look like? Is that kind of what we're going for? I'm going to try 350. If you don't understand that reference, then unsubscribe right now and don't ever come back. I'm kidding. That's good enough. I feel like his text there is bigger than mine. Did I make my font size 64 pixels? Oh my word. There we go. 64 pixels. I did not. And I didn't do that for, oh, this is also an H1, but it looks like my H2s. Did I give it the class of H2 to make it look like this? Nope, oh, that's the H1. That's the H1 size. Yeah, I guess when he made this, he was thinking this would be H1. It's gigantic text. Okay. So this is why I'm trying to get more familiar with ACSS. So if we come in here to H2, is this what I want to do? Desktop size. Override the default desktop font size for H2 headings. Leave blank to use the default size based on your chosen type scale. There's a scale here. You have a base size, and then your headings are all supposed to scale based on that. If I save that, does that look any bigger? Font size, H2. Oh, it's a clamp function. Yeah, it's not. That is not the right setting. I don't know the best way to, oh, gosh. Click save. Oh, look at that. Imagine that. It works when you save it. All right. And this is supposed to be the same size, so let's give it the class of H2. What did I just do? What did I do? Something weird is happening. Okay, nothing's broken. Okay. just want to add the class of H2. Thank you. Some weird stuff was happening just now, folks. I don't know if you were paying attention. It was weird. Now, is this too big? Also, did that just get bigger? I think that's fine. It's supposed to be the same. Now I need to fix the font weight. I think what did I say? Tree fitty on this. This needs a class. We'll get there. We need to add this little guy. Nothing happens. It's not clickable. So, let's grab this. Export. What is this? Okay. Let's call this checkmark. And let's export checkmark. And let's import checkmark. Oh, that was weird. Is that going to be a problem? An error? Heard? Let's try it again. Maybe it wasn't quite done. Okay. I feel like I'm experiencing a website issue here. Let's deactivate every plugin I don't need. My JavaScript libraries plugin breaking stuff? No. Something is absolutely broken here. So it did upload checkmark. I'm just having my website is broken. Okay. Good to know. Oh, well, since it seems to be working, then I think go ahead and grab this URL and go back to Etch. So we need to add before the text a little div. I'm gonna call it pill. Inside that pill is an image. Yay, the check mark's working. Okay. After the image is some text that says whatever I want it to say. For now, I'm going to say what I build. Let's make this. Okay. I think that's everything we need, right? Little text. Content. Bam. I think we just do display flex, y'all. Gap 10 pixels. Line items center. Per 1 pixel solid. White. How do we do this when you don't want it to go all the way across? Oh, can't do that. No, that doesn't help. Oh, I'll have to figure that out. Border radius XL. What does his look like? There's some padding. I don't know, pixels, 5 pixels. See here. See what Grok has to say about this. What you got, Grok? What you got? Okay, I tried that and it didn't work. It said to try inline flex instead of flex. And we'll check the front end just in case, but that's not working. Ooh, I've never heard of that. Bit content? Have you guys ever heard of that? Ooh. Okay. I have never heard of that, y'all. Order, that's stroke in Figma, right? Yeah. So it's just white and 15% opaque. I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I can mess with the variables, if there's like a way to. Well, we'll just do this. What did I do? Just the whole thing? Yeah. Try that. Yeah. Yeah. Now for the padding, let's get some more padding in there. Let's see. It's on the top. First one is on the top, right? Yeah, let's try that. That's decent. Does it tell me what the padding is on this thing? I was hoping for more stuff like this, like hoping to be able to come here and find out what, the padding is. It's nice to have the colors, I guess, but yeah. I guess we just eyeball it. I think that looks good enough. Do I want more spacing, though? And what do I want? What does the background color need to be? Because mine doesn't look correct. Looks like he kind of blended it in with my shirt there. Doesn't it look like it's all just the same color there? Hey, what is this black? Okay. 08. Isn't that what I did? Yeah, it's 08, 08, 08. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I added something. I added like a gradient down there. We delete that. Yeah. Okay. So what if we do that? Yeah, that blends in a lot better with the next section. All right. We need to try to get this thing in there. let's, my media is broken, so I'm going to have to go. Yeah, W3 total cache. I don't have that installed. Why is it looking for it? Is that a free plugin? Just to get this to go away? Probably because I copied this. What? Searching for plugins isn't going to work either? I should have started from a fresh install. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix all that later. That's why you never just... I should have just started from a fresh install. That's what I should have done. Oh, well, you got to treat yourself like a client. You know what I mean? Like, stop being lazy for your own projects. Treat yourself like a client. Do it right. Then you don't have to deal with this crap. Anyways, so, yep, I did upload this already. Let's grab it. We're going to basically do the same thing we did here. Yeah, pretty basic stuff there. Just added a pseudo element. We do content. How does this work? How does this work? Oh, yeah. URL. There it is. I'm going to say position absolute. And 0. And we basically just want it up there at the top, which doesn't seem to work. Or I guess it does because it's the top of the image is touching the top. Now we want to translate Y like 50% ish. Yeah, we'll do less than that. Bring it down here to like 30%. Looks like there's also supposed to be some sort of dots thing going on that I didn't export. Let's see if we can grab that. Where's the dots at, man? Grid texture. That was it. So we want the texture and glow together. Can I group those? Dots glow. Let's tune that thing again. That's weird. Oh. That dots grid thing is Is it supposed to be like over the whole website or something? Doesn't look like it's up here. Hmm. We're going to get rid of all this. No dots. No dots. Thank you. I need to move this glow thing though. But I already did that. Gonna move this down a little bit. What did we say? Like 30%, I think. Yeah. 30%. I may try to brainstorm them dots later, but for now, I think this is what we're looking for here. Minus the dots, we got the glow thingy in the right area there. Everything is, I need to scrunch some of this stuff just a little bit more. Oh yeah. Padding and let's start 2 rem. Let's try 3 rem. Okay. We'll go with that. Let's fix this font weight here to be, I think we said we're going to go with 350. I wonder if I should, let's see here. That's my H2. So if we go to typography, H2, font weight, and I type, see, I can't even type a custom value in here. I don't think these font weights are supposed to be weird like this. I don't think. So what I will do, I think, if I go to my CSS, I think I can do, did I just, H2, no, H2 class, I'm just going to say font weight is 350. Okay. And we'll give this section a little bit more padding. Now I think there's already, variable for that, right? Padding block is, yeah, section padding block. So do I want to adjust that globally or? See, this design isn't organized super clearly into sections. So we'll call this a section, this text and these cards. So maybe I do want a little more padding in there. It's a clamp. Of course, it's a fancy clamp thing. Section padding block. Large? Is that too much? I did it again. What are you going on about, man? Come on. Thank you. No, what? Okay, it worked. What is this? Unexpected token, strong, W3. Where are you even seeing a W3? Huh. Oh well, it's working. I got the spacing I wanted. These cards, how much of a pain in my butt is this going to be? Okay, so we got images that I can just export. They are not named. He didn't label anything, which is annoying. Something to keep in mind for next time. If you're ever gonna pay somebody on Fiverr $300 to design an entire website landing page for you, ask them to label stuff in their Figma. So, all right, what am I going to call this? Just call it site design, since that's what the title is there. And let's export that. Okay. What was that? It's W3 total cache, right? Let's download. Maybe we can do it this way. There we go. Now what if I deactivate it? Can I deactivate it without breaking everything? Okay. So I just had to install it and activate it and deactivate it, and now all my problems went away. That is good to know. It's the first time I've seen a caching plugin break a website by not being activated. Usually the second you activate them, everything breaks. So that was a fun experience. What am I doing? I downloaded my images, so we got some cards, and the cards are pretty simple. Image, heading, text. With a purplish border, which something tells me that Figma is not going to be as much help as I would like it to be in this case. Let's see, linear stroke. Ugh. Okay. AI might be able to help me out with that. We'll see. We'll see. I might not even get that fancy. I might just give it a border of a nice solid purple. Drop the opacity a little bit. We'll see. But this is a fun, I will be using Content Grid. I said earlier I wasn't sure if I was going to use it. Definitely going to use it for this. It will allow me to get this sort of a deal where it's going off all the way to the edge of the page there. And then probably off camera, I'll turn it into a carousel because that's going to be a thing. And then in the next video, I'll talk about how I did it. Okay, so, and it's going to be in the same section. So I think I'll just add a container. I believe I've never done that. I've never clicked that button to add the second container within a section. I always just add new sections. But this is going to get, we're going to have multiple containers in the same section. I'm going to have to name them. Am I? Can I just give them the same, since I didn't do anything to it, I'm just going to give it the same class. I'm also going to give it the class of content grid, and then magic is going to happen. Or no. I'm going to put content grid on the section. Shouldn't break anything. Everything should work the same. And that should now apply to direct children. I'm going to call this what I build container. I don't even know. Cards. Who cares? Who cares? Tell you who doesn't care. Me. I hate naming things. And what we're going to do here, just to test the content grid is working out, I'm going to say height pixels, background. Grid column full? Yes, it's working. So what I can do is say content width full. No. Is it just content? Yeah, just content. Okay. Look at that. Save. Boom. So I got this layout that I want where it starts where the rest of my content always starts, but then it goes off and touches the edge of the screen. Now, the more I think about this, now I'm wondering if that's actually going to work for what I want, because technically I need, yeah, no, it'll work because it's going to be a carousel. So it'll hide the last item anyways. Yeah, it should be fine. Again, we'll figure it out off camera, but we'll at least get the cards going in here. Let's get this stuff out of here. How do we want to do this? Just div, flex div. Inside the flex div, we have an image, we have a heading, we have text. We'll wrap this in a figure. Card. Figure, image, heading, text. I do suck at this. Okay. I don't think I'm going to loop this because not something that I'm going to, I don't know, just doesn't need to be looped. I like doing loops though, but I'm not going to do a loop. I need to upload those pictures. And what's my first one? Site design. Right. Okay. Okay. That is some big old text, homie. Let's try H3. Why not? Ooh, wait a minute. He used a different font other than Gotham? And I can't copy the text? Copy. I thought he used the same font for the entire website. This one random thing, he used a different font. Clash Grotesque. Did he use that anywhere else? Okay, he did. This is Clash Grotesque. What? Ugh. Why does this guy hate me? Just another problem for future James to have to worry about. Interesting. Does that image have a border? Is that part of the image? Please say it is. It is not. Ooh. So the image has a border. Card has a border. The image is like fading, which the image is fading, but the border also needs to fade. Ugh. Ah. Did auto 2. They don't have a recipe for that. You have a typo. You have to start over, I think. Oh, okay. How does AutoGrid work? Is it a class? No, it's not a class. It's variable for grid template columns. Yeah. I want to bump the aggressiveness up on that. Okay. Start. Oh, I did already upload these. I uploaded them twice. This is why I'm the world's worst web developer. Can't even remember uploading pictures. Okay. Gap. Gappy gap. Gap. Grid gap. Good enough for government work. Let's go to our card framework. Cards. Card framework on. Target settings. This is left over from before. For some reason, Control V does not work in automatic CSS. That is weird. Okay, save. Do stuff. Ooh. It's working. It is working. Now, what I'm not sure about is what's the default? So if you want light, this is automatically applied to card classes appended with -- light, which mine is not. So I could do -- light on my actual element. But I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing dark. So how do I change like the background of the default card? There's all these options for light and dark, but what about the default? You know? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Background is card background, which is set to white. Where is that? Yeah, that's not affecting my cards because I'm not using the -- light. Oh, so is -- light the default? That seems weird. That seems weird. Let's try something. Let's make this card -- dark. Huh. Okay. Well, you know what? They are dark. They are dark cards. I feel like their background is just transparent, though, to be honest. Is that cheating? Yeah, this is odd to me. So light appears to be the default. Put anything and it goes to dark mode. Even dash dash light, which is supposed to make it light. That doesn't seem correct. I'm gonna have to bring that up in the private group, I think. Okay then. Interesting. All right, so we will just operate on the knowledge, I guess, that light is the default. So let's make this background base. I think is what we made our background color. Yeah. Yeah. This could be a problem though, because what we're going to do is border color, which doesn't even seem to be doing anything. There it is. Okay. Primary dash light dash. No, that's just going to make it look white. I want to change the opacity. Primary dark. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I can just paste that in here. Well, Control V worked. Yeah. Click save. Okay, cool. My image broke because I realized that I uploaded the images twice. There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's bring this padding down. Look at that. Don't you love this card framework? The parts of it that like make sense and are actually working. Don't you love it when you click save and then the stuff you did actually takes effect? Oh, maybe we actually want to do just small instead of extra small. Yeah, we'll call that good. And then I believe this is just a gray color actually, so Yeah, that's not bad. I need to figure out how to make the border fade away at the bottom, but this is coming along here. This text, we'll just say color white. Ooh, hitting Control S apparently does both saves. I need to start doing that more. This is that other font. What was it called? Clash Grotesque. Might have to. I gotta find out later if I need to actually buy these fonts. I hope not. Do. Typography. Upload. Oh, what's the best? I do OTF or TTF? Clash Grotesque. Variable. Is that part of the font name? I have to call it Clash Grotesque Variable? There's also these. Can I do more than one? Yeah. Okay, I think I'll do this. Clash Grotesque. Okay. How do I do that? I got text, I got fonts, font 1, Gotham. If you want to use custom font files, this is how I upload custom fonts. So I'd probably just have to override. I was wondering if maybe there was variables for these fonts. We'll just override it. Okay. It's pretty close. Let's get the font color and the line height. Is it line height I need to mess with? Oh, it's using system fonts now, so I can. This should make this error message stop happening. Yeah. Okay, it's not white, dude. It's like. Pixels. Yeah. Alright. 0.25 RAM. Colors. All right. Pixels. Weight 350. Yeah. Really? Wow. Nailed it. First guess. Um, is this going to be my H3? I don't know. I don't know. This design is getting actually more frustrating as I go. How are we looking though? Not bad, really. Not bad. All right. Yeah, I don't feel like editing another 2.5 hour video or whatever. So I think I'm actually going to call it. Yeah, we got to see some fun content grid. Got me this layout that I wanted. And we also got to see the card framework. I'm going to go to the private group and ask some questions about this card framework because it didn't seem like it was making a lot of sense to me. This is also the only version of automatic CSS that works with Etch is basically their like new version that's not even released yet. So I'm basically like beta testing, I think, ACSS 4.0. So it's not actually stable yet. And it wouldn't surprise me if there were bugs like this. So I'll bring it up in the private group, see what they have to say. And maybe it's just user error. I'll probably bring that up in the next video, let you guys know what was going on there. But yeah. Oh, do I need to add more space between there or no? Yeah. Yeah, and how would I do that? How would I do that? Since it's not section spacing now, since I've got it's two containers within the section, would I just throw in a gap? That seems like the easy way to do it. gap right now is container gap. So let's do gap, container gap. I have to do a calc. I just do that. Yeah, there we go. Just twice as much. Twice as much space. I think that's plenty. These headings, I think, are nice and... Nope, they're not clampy because I set a specific width. That's one thing I need to figure out as well. I need to get better at using this whole thing and the math and all that. Oh, actually, let's see. What did I do? Font size 3 rem. Yeah. But what was the pixel value of that? It's 48. I think I'm an idiot. I think I just come in here, override 48, save. Okay. Yeah, that didn't seem to... Did it actually save? H3. It's an H3. Huh. Oh, there he goes. It is... Okay, I think I had to click save. But yeah. The font size is now kind of scaling. You can see it's not as big as it was on desktop. Font size... Yeah, font size is a clamp value instead of that hard 3 rem that I hard coded in there. So, yeah. All right. That's it. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.